Get this, adults with financial literacy skills have 82% more wealth than those who don't. From swimming lessons to piano classes, us parents invest in so many things to enrich our kids' lives. But are we investing in their future financial success? With Greenlight, you can teach your kids financial literacy skills like earning, saving, and investing. And this investment costs less than that after-school treat. Start prioritizing their financial education and future today with a risk-free trial at greenlight.com/Wondery. Greenlight.com/Wondery.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile with a message for everyone paying big wireless way too much. Please, for the love of everything good in this world, stop. With Mint, you can get premium wireless for just $15 a month. Of course, if you enjoy overpaying, no judgments, but that's weird. Okay, one judgment. Anyway, give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only. Then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
Get ready to enjoy the best podcast of your life on The Courtney Show podcast, fueled by Salt and Smoke.
I've got some gripes. All right. You ready?
Yeah.
Isn't that a great way to start
let's just dive into
Wednesday? Gripes. I'm writing gripes.
Listeners, we might need a new board.
Gripes is a funny word.
Gripes board. Yeah, it is.
Okay. Gripe number 1. Haylee, did you park in my spot today?
I saw that. I was going to ask.
I didn't know that was your spot.
It's not. That's Brando's spot, and I'm next to him. But people realized that Brando wasn't there, so they saved that spot for me.
Oh.
Wait, who took the second spot?
Second spot, I don't know who the second spot was. But when Brando's not here, I'll just park in that first spot.
Right.
Well, when I saw you.
But if they're both open, I understand taking one of the two. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right, but who?
Late.
So we know Haylee had one of those spots, but who took the other?
I think it might have been Casey, which she just assumed probably because she saw me yesterday and not Brando. She thinks Brando's out, and she's.
But don't you muscle memory to like?
To be fair, I usually park in the basement.
I know you do.
Yeah.
So you don't know.
But the elevator is down.
You don't know the
So
hierarchy
of
the parkyarchy.
No, because that's where I park on the weekends. If the elevator is busted, I'll park right there.
It's the best. I think it's the best spot. Those two spots, or those, because you can pull straight ahead.
Out, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's right there.
Yeah.
That's why I like it.
I came in behind. I was cussing you a little bit.
I'm so sorry.
I'm like,
yeah, I saw you walk into the building, and immediately my thought was, oh no, did I steal her parking spot?
gripe 1.
You did. There's gripe 1 down.
I'm so sorry.
And you were scheduled for 3 Hamilton breaks today, and Courtney, now there's just 1.
Nothing.
Dang.
You get nothing.
Nothing.
We
My dad
will,
is gonna be
but
really
Chris and I will perform more from South Pacific. All right, gripe 2. So our golf league started last night.
It started.
Yeah, we had a scramble the week before.
Yeah.
That's just your team playing together. And it's just fun and whatever. I didn't even go to that one, only because we already had 6 people playing and it was raining. And I'm like, So last night was first night of competition. And a couple things have changed on the golf league. We have a full 18 teams of ladies.
That's a lot of.
It's a lot of teams.
Ladies.
It's a lot. And some new ones, which I'm excited about. You know, you want to bring these. And that golf league I just want to say this to my fellow golfers on the golf league. These new golfers, be cool to them. If they swing and miss, don't count it.
Wait, that happens?
Well, if they're new and if they're brand new and they're looking just for a fun time with their friends, it might happen. Be a good steward of golf.
Right.
So what? They're going to score a lot. You're going to beat them anyway. Let them have a little dignity out there. Be cool.
Was somebody did that happen last night?
No, it did not happen last night, but I've seen it happen. There are certain teams that are real, like, listen, I know that you want to abide by the rules, but we are not playing for anything.
Right.
These people are new. You want them to come back. You want them to enjoy the game. They're not going to be good in the beginning.
No.
So be a good steward.
Be a good steward of the game.
Okay. So I'm waiting all afternoon. We have a new thing where it's a 5:15 shotgun start with all the teams on different holes.
Because it used to be that you could...
It was scattered between like 340.
So you could get lucky and get the 340.
Yes.
But you might get the 4.
Not happy about this.
403. You might get the 17.
I never played late.
Right.
Because it doesn't work with my schedule.
Right.
Okay? Not happy about the 5:15 shotgun.
Who makes the decision?
Well, I think it was voted upon, so I wasn't at the meeting.
Oh, do you think you would have gotten up and been like if everybody was like saying their piece, would you have gotten up and been like, say no to Proposition 515?
I don't know. I like to just complain about it after the fact.
Yeah.
And not be involved in how it happens.
Yeah.
So I'm not happy about it, but we have enough people on our team that I won't have to play every week, but that's late for me.
Yeah.
It's not close to me. It's near the Eckert's Orchards is where we play.
Oh.
And
every week is at the same place?
Every week it's at the Orchards.
Oh.
It's our golf course for league.
Okay.
So last night I'm waiting and waiting. It is gross out. Like starting at 3, it rained nonstop where I live. It's not around the corner for me.
No, it's not.
It's a good 25 minutes. There's no easy way to get to the Orchards from Fairview Heights. I've tried them all. I've tried the Scott Air Force Base way. I've tried the 64. I stay away as much as I can from Greenmount Road. This is only interesting to people in Illinois that know all these roads I'm talking about. Greenmount Road is the devil. But my new way, I go this back way, and I find it to be much more enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
It may be the exact same time, but I'm
Even
not
if it's
mad.
a little extra, yeah.
I'm not mad.
Yeah.
But I wait and wait because it's gross and it's raining and it hasn't let up. Well, apparently out at the golf course, they are not getting any rain. But according to my radar, it's going to rain fully all at 5 and 6.
Oh, yeah, that's bad.
So I'm like, they're not going to do anything because the golf course isn't going to call off. They want that money.
Oh, they won't call it off?
Well, they will if there's lightning and thunder. All right? So I wait and wait. I drive to the golf course. It's raining, and everybody's inside grousing. They're griping. Are we really going to do this? Like, is this important? Blah, blah, blah. Everybody just stays inside. We're supposed to go be on the tee box at 5:15, our respective tees.
I love, is this really that important?
Yes, everybody. And then finally they come out. The radar changed since last, so it's canceled. But we all drove out there.
Oh, no.
But it was fine because we all got to complain together and feel like a community. And then it's my friend Kelly's birthday tomorrow. So my team, we all went to this little bar right up the road called, what's it called? The Reserve. And we celebrated Kelly for a little while.
Oh, you
there were some mini buntlets. Is that what they are?
I've never heard of whatever
nothing
that
bunt
is.
cake.
Oh, yeah.
They were the mini buntlet.
Oh.
I think they're
baby buns.
Baby buns.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Anyway, those were brought. There was some celebration.
That's good.
So it all worked out fine. But this 5:15 thing,
it'd be funny if people,
it's gonna hurt me.
It got canceled. They called it off. And they were like, and somebody's like, do you want to go to a bar? And you're like, no, I've got plans.
Yeah, right.
No, I'm busy. Well, no, you were busy playing golf for 2.5 hours.
I had no excuse. I had to go. I would have been.
You had to do it.
I was happy to, though, because I don't know if I would have been able to do the celebration because Kelly didn't even play. She's on my team. We were all going to meet thereafter. I don't even know if I could have done it had we played. Yeah. But then 6 p.m., the sun was shining.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
That was amazing.
But there's no way we could have gotten it done. You're chasing daylight at this point. And it would have been, I would have been unhappy.
What a weird day yesterday. Because, like 6:30, it was like the most beautiful day in the world.
Yeah. It was like the sun. It was it was gorgeous. So those are my gripes. Anybody else want to share in some griping?
Do I have any gripes today right
You know what?
now?
If you're listening to this and you got a gripe.
Oh, gripe away.
Gripe away. I would love to hear. Even if I don't even understand it.
What do you mean you don't
I'm saying I don't know if everybody understands my gripes.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I'm getting real into the ins and outs of golf league. I'm sure that's thrilling. But people that do get it understand.
They understand.
Mm-hmm.
I understand.
I don't know a single thing about golf, so everything that has been said is just
you're
right
like,
over
you're like,
my head.
But was it interesting?
Yeah.
Okay. You're lying because you stole my parking spot today.
Oh.
All right. No gripes with you?
I'm trying to think if I have any gripes about yesterday. No. I don't think I do. I had kind of a nice,
You had a really lovely day.
lovely
Good for you.
There's a female cat outside of my house that's trying to befriend E.
Is that bad?
Not necessarily, but I think she's in heat.
Oh, yeah.
She'll come to my window at night, and this is a recent development, and just start howling. And my window is open, so E is just on the sill looking out like, what? What is happening? And she is just out there howling.
And he's fixed.
Yeah, so he doesn't care.
Does your cat go outside at all?
No. He went outside once on accident, and he will never do that again.
Why was he afraid?
Oh, yeah, he was terrified. He was like running away from everyone trying to catch him, but also running away from everything else outside. So he was disoriented. Yeah, he was having a bad time.
You got to be careful. They'll run away on you.
Yeah, and
then
I
you
live
got
in
to
a
trap them.
bad place for them.
Oh, yeah, you got
trap
like
them in a
animals.
neighbor's garage.
Yeah, then you have to trap them in your neighbor's garage.
Yeah.
Farmer's wife Gina says Buntini.
Buntini. Really? I didn't even know that was it.
Well, maybe she's just
No, I
making
think
it up.
she's right because I think they said that.
Buntini.
They called them that. And I was like, what's that?
Buntini doesn't make a ton of sense. Is it a play on bikini
Or martini?
But martini
Like
doesn't imply that it's small.
like teeny, like small.
Oh, teeny.
Yeah.
Duh. We're stupid.
Yeah, thank God Haley's here.
I got a gripe about us. We dumb.
Today's people is dumb.
People is dumb. Well, what about this cat? Is it a stray? I'm very curious.
I think it's either, I don't know. It's either a random like stray, yeah.
Is it straight? Does it need a home? What's going on
I
here?
can't provide that for
I'm
this cat.
kind of hoping it needs a home. I put out like a bowl of food for her, and I'm like, if I get another cat, it
Yeah, you know,
happens.
cats, they need friends.
But I think she might actually be my neighbor's one of her barn cats. Cause
oh, yeah. Barn cats are good.
yeah, so I don't know, but I don't know where she's coming from. But she's visiting often now.
Well, yeah, she wants a little of it. Should we continue? Do we want to discuss anything else? Anything else happening?
No, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think anything happened. Oh, I finally recovered from my credit card. I don't think I told you. I told you this yesterday at the end of the day, but I lost 3 credit cards in like 11 days in LA. It was bad.
And your mailing address is not LA.
And so I finally got over, and so I had to cancel cards, and then I had to call places to try to get cards, but I think I finally put it to rest yesterday, transferred everything over. You know, things were getting unpaid all over town.
Oh my God, I know. It's terrible.
Because everything's set up on these cards.
Yeah, you forget.
And you're just
oh.
I have it. If it wasn't automated, I would be in jail. Somebody would be like, you owe us.
Well, there's no way.
All the money in the
There's no
world.
way we can be expected.
No.
How did we do it before?
I have no idea.
You know what? I had bad credit because I was probably late on stuff.
I've got great credit. I've got an 816 credit score.
Is that on your, when you were single, was that on your dating app?
No.
I think that's actually kind of a funny thing to put on a dating app.
Yeah. People were putting their credit score on dating app, which was funny.
Yeah.
And then one that was really obnoxious was people that were bragging about how they could parallel park. That was everywhere.
Oh.
Expert parallel parker.
I'd like to see a video.
Yeah.
Because you can't just say it.
Yeah. You got to prove it.
I've never seen anybody as good. And I know you have.
I've done some good stuff.
Nick is, he's
a savant.
He doesn't use the camera. He never uses that backup camera.
Yeah, it's
Ever.
hard to teach an old dog new tricks. With
And
the
he
backup
just,
cameras.
it's 2 moves.
Every time.
It's, and I am so clueless. I will give it, I think I'll give it one or 2 shots.
And does he drive when you guys are together?
He's always driving.
It's
Yeah,
always him.
I'm not-
Even if it's your car.
Yeah.
It's him.
Yeah, it's him.
So you never have to get to a spot.
That's how the Italians do it. I sit in the back seat.
Yeah. And you always walk behind him.
Yeah.
Yeah. You always have to walk one step behind him.
Either that or in front of him throwing rose petals. Oh, by the way, he goes yesterday. He goes, yeah, I enjoyed you guys talking about me yesterday, but you make it sound like I'm Paul Blart Mall Cop. Because he kept saying he was in security.
Oh, yeah. Because what were you going to come up with, a tagline
I
for it or
don't know.
something?
But he's like, I secure large buildings. And I'm like, you don't have to. I know you.
He drives a Segway scooter. I know that.
He's like, I sounded like Paul Blart. And it really made me laugh.
That's great.
So just to be clear, he is not mall not that there's anything wrong with mall security.
Why are you talking trash?
But he's keeping buildings safe? I don't know.
Yes, he's keeping
cameras
America safe.
And all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Secure.
Very secure.
Yeah, because trust me, my life in the past 10 years has been, that's a nice looking camera there. That camera's not, that's a terrible camera. It's not even getting anything. Why would they put that camera there?
Oh my God.
It's exciting.
It is funny how, like, when men have a profession, because my dad will do that about square feet for building. Yeah. He'll look at a building and be like, that's part near 400,000 square feet. That's not how my dad talks.
He does not. He does not.
But he loves sizing up a building.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't think there's a time we walk into anything that he's not checking out the cameras. Yeah. Like, this is a waste of a camera here.
Yeah.
Because you're not getting anything.
Not getting nothing.
No, it was designed poorly.
I'm always scared to look at cameras directly. Like, when they're security cameras, if I look at them directly, I feel like I'm going to get, like, arrested or something.
Really?
I don't know. Yeah,
Well,
I feel
I'm
like it's suspicious if I'm looking at it.
I am like that when I would go into, I used to stop by a gas station more than I do. I never do now. But I used to stop by a gas station on my way in. If there was police at my local one, I was all nervous.
Yeah.
Like, oh, they're going to think I'm hammered.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's 4. Yeah. I'm in a gas station. And so then I would accidentally trip every once in a while because I was so nervous. Like, I swear I'm sober. Look at me. I have no makeup on. You think I'm out?
Yeah, you think I'm out like this?
I have more pride.
No way.
I'm just going to work.
I always, when I see the cameras and I do something silly, I always treat them like Jim on The Office. And I just look at him and I'm just like, whoopsie daisy. Just assuming somebody saw, like, me trip or do something silly.
Very
or like,
funny.
Try to open a door that was closed.
It's
and I'm
amusing one person.
Yeah. Hoping that
and
one
that's
guy's
okay.
like, I get it.
You're okay with that.
I'm fine with it. Yeah.
Because that one guy gets you.
He gets me. Yes.
All right, we should get on with it. We have a lot to do today, lots of tickets to give away. We have a special guest as well. We'll start with the tickets. Train and REO coming to town this summer, and we'll have your tickets for Throwback Live. Can You Feel the Punk tonight? Tim Convey, he's going to be back Monday, and you'll hear more about it, I'm sure, when he gets back. He's better at promoting his own shows. But we have a pair of tickets for the afternoon show at the pageant, May 12th. New Kids on the Block, they're coming to town with Paula Abdul, DJ Jazzy Jeff. First 5 notes, 9 o'clock hour for that. But Dave Holmes from MTV, he was an MTV guy. Yeah. He's on satellite radio now, I believe.
Yeah.
But he is also a Priory grad. Is he a Priory grad?
And he was on Reno 911, and he's written...
If you've seen him, you know
tons
exactly
of articles
who he
for
is.
Like Vanity Fair and Esquire, and he's...
I don't even know why he's coming in. Did he write a book?
Show. He's got a new show.
Oh, okay.
And it's really cool. It's how did MTV, and I could be a little bit wrong about this, but how did MTV go from being the coolest thing in the world to the lamest thing in the world?
Oh, hurts my heart.
I know.
Especially for people that work there and then watched it start.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and
I'll tell you, it's corporate bigwigs. That's my answer.
I love the whole beginning of MTV, the story of how they had very little in the form of video. So they would just put songs on, like from England, that weren't on the radio because they had a video for it.
Yeah, because in England, they would make music videos to get on that top of the Pops.
Yeah.
Because it was like a big deal to do that.
And he's got an interesting story. Dave Holmes is how he started.
Yeah, it's the coolest story.
Yeah, it's a really cool story.
Yeah.
And plus St. Louis connection. What's the deal with MTV and Priory? Was it some kind of work program?
There's a pipeline. No, I'll tell you off air how Tim got an internship. But it's funny, Tim got an internship, then he left to start Ludo, and then he essentially gave me the internship. And you find out your lineage of how did I get to MTV? Because Tim had to get there from somebody, and that guy had to get there from somebody, and that guy had to get there.
Because it's all who you knew.
And so there's a guy from St. Louis named Matt Jovason. Mizzou guy. Got Tim the gig. Then there was these guys, the Stoller brothers, who are like extremely successful in Hollywood. One, I think, maybe runs like a like a big film studio, and the other one is a director or something. But really, I think they went to Parkway West, and then there's one other person in that lineage that's like, we all came from the same like tree
from the
of
same
people.
Yes.
And then everybody else is like
from New Jersey.
Yeah, exactly. They're
right?
all from New Jersey.
Yeah, it's weird
because they can just.
And it was my dream.
Up.
It was my dream.
Yeah.
Like in my senior memory book.
You wanted to work at MTV.
Yes.
You could have. You would have been great.
I didn't even try.
You would have been great.
I only made it to Mizzou for a year and a half, and then I was working at Grandpa's.
I got a gripe that you didn't make it to MTV.
I didn't try. All right. Lots to do. If you guys want to text us, if you have a gripe, share it with us. We'd love for you to just air it out, make you feel all good on a Wednesday. The Cheney Window and Door text line 314-669-4665.
The Hollywood Outsider on 106.5 The Arch.
Brando still not feeling well, so he'll be out again today. I'm not sure about tomorrow, but when you're sick, you're sick. Stay home. I told him I hope he feels better. I used Buckaroo.
I saw the Buckaroo. That should have been my gripe this morning.
That I used Buckaroo.
That you've never called me Buckaroo.
I'm just. I have a different name for you.
Oh no!
All right, so there's a lot of entertainment stuff, and it's actually overwhelming. But I will start with Kim Kardashian was on Jimmy Kimmel Live, and I don't think
did he ask her about?
I don't think they talked about it, but I think her people are saying that Taylor Swift needs to get over it. Like, it's been 10 years. It's been a decade.
It's been a decade?
It's been 10 years?
That's what they say. Nearly a decade.
Oh, my God.
I'd like to know when it was, actually. So nearly a decade since the whole start of everything. But then there was a grace period, remember? Wasn't there, like, some kind of friendship and voicemails that were leaked? And isn't that the real reason? Because Kim leaked those voicemails?
Yeah, the real reason for the main reason is the whole leaking of the voicemails and then Kanye writing about Taylor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the whole
So I guess the whole beginning was the MTV thing.
Yes, I think that started things off, and then obviously Kim was on Kanye's side, even though looking back now, it looks worse because Kanye's, clearly got big mental health issues.
Totally.
But, listen, I have my things about, Taylor Swift talking about people and all this stuff. But if you've ever been traumatized by something, and this is Taylor's version of being traumatized, was what Kim.
It's hard to let go of it.
And Kanye did to her. I mean, what Kanye did to her was embarrassing and stunk. And then Kim compounded it and did something kind of diabolical when she trusted Kim.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know, maybe she's had this song rattling in her head for years, and finally something unlocked at some point because she's had enough space. But it affected a big part of her life.
Right.
I've got other gripes with Taylor Swift. Not this one.
Not that one.
Yeah, she's allowed to go. The thing is, I don't like it when she's if she's punching down. It used to be she was going after John Mayer and Jake Gyllenhaal. They were superstars, bigger than her or whatever. Same. But now and Kim Kardashian is also superstar.
She was young.
Yeah, so that's she's still with Kim Kardashian. But if she's saying things about exes that aren't
Taylor Lautner.
She loves him.
I know she does.
They're good buds.
Yeah.
Aren't they all named Taylor?
Yes.
It's Taylor, and then Taylor's
wife.
Taylor's wife is Taylor.
Yes, it's weird. And then she did talk about some of the rumors about the weird things Kim Kardashian that she does. She confirmed that she does indeed blow dry her jewelry before she puts it on because she hates cold metal on her skin.
Oh, okay. That's a pro tip right there.
If I wore any jewelry, I'm not big on jewelry. Who do you think Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone would join them on the Mount Rushmore of action heroes? So they're choosing themselves. So they said, I choose me.
It's us too.
It's them. And then who are they picking to go beside them?
Chuck Norris.
No.
No, they have picked.
They have
people?
picked.
Oh gosh.
They have picked. They have said, here are our ideas. Arnold said somebody, and Sylvester said somebody.
Okay, gosh, who would it be? Action heroes.
Arnold is much older than them, still with us.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. And Sylvester's choice is somebody that's probably the same age as, I don't even know how old Sylvester Stallone is. But around, maybe a little younger than him.
Dick Van Dyke.
Dick Van Dyke. I mean, he was action-y when he was
cleaning chimneys. Yeah.
Okay, so Arnold chose Clint Eastwood.
Oh, that seems strange to me.
But at his time growing up, he was probably watching.
Somebody in Westerns was an action star.
And then the Dirty Harry stuff.
Yeah, I guess he did say that,
Yeah, go ahead.
Punk.
I can't remember what it is. Do you know what that movie is?
Dirty Harry?
Is that what it is? It's called something else, though. It was in a
Dirty Harry isn't
that
the name
Go
of the
Ahead,
movie?
Make My Day is from. Look up Go Ahead, Make My Day. It was in a trivia night, and Nick got it wrong, and I was disappointed because he's a Clint Eastwood super fan. He would hate that I use super fan. He would be mad at me.
I think it's from Dirty Harry, isn't it?
I don't know. Clint Eastwood, no.
Sudden Impact?
Sudden Impact. That's what it's from.
Why do we all think it's Dirty Harry?
Because I think his character is Harry Callahan.
Or was Dirty this is blowing my mind.
I know.
I thought for
Try
sure
getting
it was
into
Dirty
trivia night. Getting it wrong, it'll hurt you. Sylvester Stallone chose Bruce Willis.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah. I mean, lots.
It's like a fitting.
I like it.
That one's perfect.
That's a good one. All right, you continue to look it up and have your mind blown. I have more to do. I do not remember Zoolander 2. Was there a Zoolander 2?
Yeah, it's called Two-Lander.
Was it?
No, I have no idea.
Do you remember Zoolander 2?
Yeah, I definitely. Yeah, because he had a kid in it, right?
I don't know.
Or maybe the kid was at the end of one?
Ben Stiller, the kid was at the end of one.
Okay.
Remember they had the school for not knowing how to read very well or whatever it was?
Yes. Yeah, they made the school.
Yeah. Well, I guess Ben Stiller's doing interviews, and he said that on the list of movie sequels that probably should have never happened, Zoolander 2 would rank high. He said he was blindsided by the negative reaction from fans. He said, I thought everybody wanted this, and then it's like, wow, I must have really bleh this up. Everybody didn't go to it, and it's gotten these horrible reviews. He said, what scared me the most on that one was I'm losing what I think is funny. The questioning yourself. It definitely affected me for a long time.
Oh, wow.
So Zoolander 2 had a budget of $50 million and it only made $29 million total at the box office.
That is crazy. And that was in 2016.
I don't even
remember. Oh, Benedict Cumberbatch was in it.
I don't remember it at all. It's crazy, right?
I would have thought we would have wanted this.
I would too.
Ariana Grande's in it. Justin Bieber's in it. Okay, so Dirty Harry, it is a Dirty Harry movie.
Yes, it is. It's a Dirty Harry movie.
So there's a series of Dirty Harry movies. Dirty Harry, Magnum Force, The Enforcer, Sudden Impact, and The Deadpool.
Yeah. So, but I know it's a Dirty Harry movie, but don't you think most people would just guess Dirty Harry?
Yeah, but
I don't know the world.
This is not a separate movie.
No, it's a Dirty Harry movie.
It's a Dirty Harry. It's under the Dirty Harry banner.
Umbrella.
But if you said Luke, I am your father is in Star Wars,
it's wrong.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, but it is in Star Wars.
Yeah, but when you're at a trivia night, you need to know the exact movie because Dirty Harry is a movie.
Yeah, Dirty Harry is a movie.
Yeah. All right.
But Star Wars isn't even a movie. I don't think.
No, it's not. Is it? Star Wars,
maybe when it came out was called Star Wars, was it? Mm-hmm. Or was it called Star Wars A New Hope?
I think we just knew it as Star Wars when it came out. You weren't even alive.
No, I wasn't.
I was.
I was dead at the time.
You were.
Best thing I saw yesterday.
This really made me laugh yesterday. You know, all the bridal stores now, based on that show, Say Yes to the Dress, all have signs, bridal stores and prom dresses.
Yeah.
And so they hold up a sign that says, I said yes to the dress. They take a picture. Well, there's and I don't even know how I saw this on Facebook, but there's a retirement village in Danville, Illinois called Liberty Village of Danville, and it shows a new resident. It says, I said yes to the address. And it's a retirement community. I just think it's adorable.
That is adorable.
It really brought me some joy yesterday. Let's see what else. Oh, I wanted to mention this. This hurt my heart yesterday, but Mick on the GTG.
Love Mick.
Posted that yesterday would have been Frank the Toon Man's 50th birthday.
Oh, no.
I know.
Oh, man.
And I want to keep his spirit alive, so we do need to talk about him, you know?
Yeah, we'll bring up Frank the Toon Man.
Yeah, and you know, especially at the, you know, we're out doing broadcasts and stuff, he was definitely missed.
Yeah.
It was a bright spot for sure.
Yes. Remember that time we put him on? Well, we left you alone at that. It was not a good donut stop. That was the one they said they didn't want our parking there.
I remember that one.
There's a sign. There's a picture of it somewhere. And we're like, you asked somebody to come up with you, and he ran up there.
Yeah. I mean, I think one of the most legendary things that ever happened at a donut stop was us like just doing the show casually and having a good time. And then you look up and Frank is dressed exactly like a fireman.
He wanted to put the gear on.
I mean, it was so funny.
It was so funny. We have a picture of that somewhere.
Yeah, somebody has a picture of it.
Tim was dying laughing.
It was so funny and cool. Just like, I love that this grown man was like, I'm gonna go put on the and then the fire guys were all cool and
yeah, that
was such a fun day.
It was great.
When the fire department came up to like challenge,
then we had the county police there,
police
too.
department.
Yeah,
and they were all funny and cool about it.
It was great.
It was and it was such a bold, hilarious move by the fire station to be like, we're just showing up.
Yeah,
they were passing out hats.
They were awesome.
I love that day.
All right, and then I saw this that made me laugh. Wait, where is it? This I was going to send it to him. There's a picture of Eddie Van Halen from years ago, and I don't know if somebody just put this. It hurt my heart a little. It says, "I will always be with you. Just push play."
Oh, okay.
I love that.
That's good for Nick for sure.
Yeah, and then this made me laugh. If you wear, and it's like somebody from Days of Yore dressed Days of Yore-ish. If you wear a falconry glove to the park and frantically look around the sky, everyone with a small pet will leave.
That's really funny.
I know. All right, what about you guys?
I saw this tweet and it was just, I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. Okay, I was working in the lab late one night when my eyes beheld an eerie sight. My monster from his slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise, he did the mash.
He did the monster mash.
He did the monster mash. And that made me laugh. And then I also saw this picture of a futon that looks like a bunch of bananas. And it's like, what's the matter, babe? You're not sitting on the futon. And someone retweeted it with a banana-shaped bathtub with getting up from the futon to take a bananas. And it made me laugh. It's so stupid.
You know who would love that? Nobody. I'm just kidding.
I loved it.
Oh, that's good stuff.
I was going to say Brando, but I don't even think he doesn't like bananas at all. So any mention of banana
He's not a
would bother him.
I've got a few things here. I saw a article that Ashanti is pregnant with Nelly's kid and that they're engaged.
You were here when we mentioned that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Wait, when?
Who cares?
All right. But it is cool.
And then I saw this this post. I don't know if these are AI and they're somebody who just made them or if these existed, but maybe you can help.
Okay.
It's billboards supposedly
from back in the day?
From back in the day of the KSDK Channel 5 people.
Oh, they're so real.
Those existed.
So, don't you think? Yeah, look, you can kind of...
Dean Lane.
It looks like something that they would do. Stan, Karen, Mike
Bush,
Bob. Yeah, I would think those are real.
So it was posted on the St. Louis subreddit, and I was like,
but I don't recall seeing them. Because that looks older than when I was driving in St. Louis.
Yeah, it says 1986.
Yeah, well, I was driving, but I probably wasn't going over to St. Louis all the time.
I liked it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. That's when they were on top of the world.
Oh, boy.
There wasn't anything bigger than Channel 5.
Yeah, they were the best.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
They just
had all the talent.
They were just I don't know.
Were the best TV shows on NBC at that point too?
I don't remember, but it just seemed like nobody could beat. Like Channel 5 was the gold standard.
Yeah.
But I don't think, it's all the same. Now, I don't think there's a definite, ahead of everyone.
Right.
I mean, we know Steve Templeton's number one.
Yeah, the temp.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's the best. Mm-hmm. All right, here's a tweet from NYT Vows. I married my best friend, gushed the bride, standing next to 6 women who spent $8,000 apiece to support and celebrate her in that life event.
That is funny.
This one's from Ken Lunn. He says, I've faced more peer pressure to drink oat milk than to do drugs.
Yeah.
Love oat milk.
Is it good?
It's so good.
I've never tried it. I would do it though.
Yeah, I think that's the one. Like if you
were trying to not drink dairy.
If you're trying to not drink dairy, you're lactose intolerant, and you still want like cereal and all that stuff, I think that's...
Well, it's perfect in cereal too.
Is it?
It's good.
So good.
If you get the vanilla one, it's like, okay.
Oh, yeah.
This works.
Vanilla doesn't change the flavor?
I mean, I'm not doing this all the time, but when I do, I'm like...
Tastes good?
This is good.
All right.
We can do this. And then this one, I might have read this a while ago, but I really like it. It's one of those fake conversations. Eminem, his palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. WebMD, cancer.
Those are the best things. We saw the Courtney Show STL Instagram. Go to the story. That's where you'll see them. We have Food Court. That's next.
Hi, I'm Mark Cantor. My law firm is Cantor Injury Law. Honor, integrity, loyalty, faith, and family are the principles and the foundation of Cantor Injury Law, and why we get justice for the injured and can win you the big bucks. If you have been in a car accident, truck accident, boating, or ATV crash, or even had a dog bite, please call Cantor Injury Law, 314-628-9999. There is no fee unless you win. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisement.
Oh, hey, this is Tom from Salt and Smoke. I like this podcast because it's made by real people who bring their own take on what's doing. Makes my day a little nicer to hear them talk. That's kind of what we try to do at Salt and Smoke. Real food from scratch, made the way we think is best to make your day have a little more flavor. Find your bestie at saltandsmokebbq.com. Oh, and Chris isn't that funny.
This is a mini meditation guided by Bombas. Repeat after me. I'm comfy. I'm cozy. I have 0 blisters on my toes. And that's because I wear Bombas, the softest socks, underwear, and t-shirts that give back. One purchased equals one donated. Now go to bombas.com/Wondery and use code WONDERY for 20% off your first purchase. That's BOMBAS.com/Wondery and use code WONDERY at checkout.
On 106.5 The Arch.
106.5 The Arch.
Food Court is brought to you by the Schnucks Rewards app. Earn 2% back on every purchase with the Schnucks Rewards app. Panera Bread Company, they do not advertise, but we happen to accept people. And I did see that somebody ended up going there yesterday because that strawberry poppy seed salad's back and they love it. So I'm just letting you know if you're a big fan of it.
Yeah, and you know Grandma Wendy went and got your last recommendation.
Oh, she did? Which one? The salad?
The salad, I think.
What did she think?
Well, I've got the text somewhere, but yeah, she was a fan and she was like, I'm going to get the BLT.
BLT. I was telling people about it. I was telling people about it last night at Golf League.
Really?
And I am not paid by them, but I'm telling you, they've got new menu items, and so far I'm 2 for 2 on deliciousness. Today is National Pigs in a Blanket Day. Man.
Oh, yeah, I used to love those.
Sometimes there's nothing. If you spot them at a party
Oh, yeah.
with some good yellow mustard next to them, you're going in.
I probably haven't seen those in.
You haven't? Every Christmas, Nick's stepmom makes them.
Oh, really?
I'm literally making them next week.
Yeah.
And you can buy them frozen, and they're still good. Like, you don't have to do all the work with the crescent rolls and the...
You can just buy them.
You can buy them, and they're
put them
good.
in an oven.
And they're
still
good. They're good. Yes. Hi, they're really, really good. Yeah, but she makes all these. The poor thing, she'll bring a new appetizer. Like she has an open house and she makes all these different appetizers. Nick usually takes care of, although he got the year off, the beef tenderloin and meatballs. But she makes, and then she'll bring something new. And then people love that, but you can't get rid of the old stuff either.
Oh,
so it
like, where's the old stuff?
Keeps growing and growing and growing. But I think I think the pigs in the blanket, since she found the frozen and they're still good, she's like, well, this has saved me a lot of time. So go enjoy it. Now Haley's going to go some. You've been incepted. That Taco Bell and Cheez-It items, if you were wondering when you're going to be hitting Taco Bell, June 6th is the date. And it looks like, here's what it looks like. So they've teamed up with Cheez-It. I don't like Cheez-Its. Not a fan.
Go through phases.
I do not like them. I will never, that is not something I'll ever buy. I think they have a weird film that they leave.
Mm-hmm.
They do not satisfy me.
Yeah.
But people that love them. And so there's one that looks like a tostada. You know, it's that flat, open face looking taco. But it's on a Cheez-It. A giant Cheez-It.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So this is going to make people happy. And the other is like a crunch
sure
wrap.
That's real?
Yeah. Yeah, look it up. It's real.
I didn't know that was a thing people like mixed was Cheez-Its in their tacos.
I didn't either, but I put potato chips on my sandwiches, so
I like Cheez-Its.
It's not weird to me. It's just I didn't know they were doing it.
I like Cheez-Its, but that does not sound good to me at all.
Yeah.
When they did the Doritos Locos Taco.
Best, Mark. That's the best thing they've ever done.
It was brilliant. Brilliant.
They're still doing them, aren't they?
Yeah.
They haven't taken those off the menu. Those are huge.
I don't know. It's been a while for me.
Yeah. Well, anyway, these launched June 6th, and there's a Crunch Wrap one, too, that has a giant Cheez-It inside. So if you are excited about this collab, that's when it's happening. Ritz Crackers is promoting their new butterier flavor by holding a contest to win a 24-karat solid gold bar in the shape of a stick of butter. And gold is through the roof right now, people.
Yeah.
This would be a good win. I don't know if Ritz can get butterier. Isn't it plenty buttery?
It's plenty buttery. And I mean, this is from a guy who likes butter.
Yeah, right. But I don't think they need to do any. No. They don't.
I don't think so.
I don't think people have been asking for this.
That's enough butter. We're good.
Yeah.
Is there a speed traffic camera over here now?
Where?
Or do you think I just caught a glare of a window? I think there might be a speed camera they just put up. I don't know. I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I was heavily distracted.
All right. There's a female DoorDash driver that went on TikTok and is saying that she was being penalized by DoorDash for refusing to drop off an order to a male nudist. I think she has every right to not drop off to a nudist if she wants. She might just be trying to get clicks, to views.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, back in the day, this is not food related, but I worked at Union Station at I called it Fido Dido. I don't think that's correct, but it was the Fido Dido store. Probably should have known how to pronounce it. You know what I'm talking about? You know what Fido Dido is, or Fido Dido? It was that guy with the hair, and he was drawn, and he had a dog. It was a big movement at one point.
Where are the movements? Like, where's co-ed naked lacrosse? Where's, the big dog? Where are those trends?
Well, don't you think Stanley?
Well, I'm talking about like those t-shirt companies that all of a sudden was like, these everybody at the Ozarks wearing.
This is Fido.
Co-ed naked fishing. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know
so
that.
Anyway, big deal. And this guy came in. I was working at the store, and he came in. He went into the dressing room and came back out, and he took off his underwear, and he was trying shorts on, and he came out to ask me what I thought of the shorts. But, you know what I'm saying.
You can do it! I see dead people.
Hello, Newman.
Where's the beat? What you talking about, Will?
Throwback Live.
All right, contestants are all lined up for Throwback Live. I'll play for Patty from Summerfield, Illinois. Brando has Charlene from St. Jacob, Illinois. And Illinois in the house. Chris, you're playing for Tracy from Fairview Heights, Illinois. All week long, a chance for the winner to receive a pair of tickets to see Train and REO Speedwagon July 16th at Hollywood Casino Amphitheater.
Throwback Live is brought to you by the Madison County Fireman's Bingo Hall with a chance to win $25,000 in their Crazy 8 raffle.
Hi, Afton.
Hi.
The host of Throwback Live.
It's so good to see you guys.
Great to see you.
Yeah. You guys ready to play?
Sure.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah. Marty's going to play throwback clips for you guys, and you're going to ring in with these sounds. Courtney, Chris, and Brando. Question 1. Name this extremely sped up song title or artist. Chris.
Hall & Oates.
It is Hall & Oates. Did not sound like Hall & Oates to me at all.
You're out of touch. I'm out of mind.
Oh. All right, question 2. Name this movie.
My answer is I don't.
It wasn't me. It was Chris.
That was Chris.
A Few Goodmen.
A Few Goodmen is correct.
Maybe he was an early riser and liked to pack in the morning.
Question 3. Name this backwards song title or artist. Courtney.
Cruel Summer.
Cruel Summer is correct.
I just think of the Karate Kid. Them on the beach playing soccer.
So great.
Or not on the beach. They were just playing soccer.
Oh, maybe they weren't. Sounds right to me. I believe
soccer
you.
was happening.
Definitely.
And they did
soccer.
it both at the school and on the beach.
Yeah. All right, we have 2 points, Chris, 1 point, Courtney. Question 4. Which St. Louis sports legend is retiring in this clip?
Bananarama.
Yes.
Here we go. Thank you, St. Louis, to the city of St. Louis.
Courtney?
Isaac Bruce?
Bruce.
The Rams organization.
That's correct.
For allowing me to do this and to bring me back here.
How'd you get that?
Just a guess.
Okay, we have a tie between Courtney and Chris, so Brando, you are out. Question 5. Name this advertiser.
12-volt light bulb, all in beautiful injection molded thermoplastic olefin. Comfortably fits 2 turkey sandwiches or 70 packs of gum. Say what? Look, I'm not lying. Gum for days. Is this a gumball machine? No, it's a Durango.
Dodge.
Who was that?
Gumball machine? No, it's
Will
a
Ferrell.
It's
Durango.
Ron Burgundy is what it sounds like.
Yeah.
And that's a Chris Coffee win.
Yay. And that means it is a Tracy from Fairview Heights win. Congratulations, Tracy, my neighbor.
Thank you. I'm so excited.
We're happy for you. I don't know if she's not my neighbor, but we both live in Fairview Heights. We're from The View.
The View.
The View. Tracy, you're going to be at that great show, Train and REO Speedwagon. It's this summer, July 16th at the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater. Tickets are on sale now, and there's bonus chances for you to win not only on our website, but also on the Arch mobile app. But we'll get all your info, Tracy. We'll get you those tickets, and we'll play for more tickets tomorrow on The Courtney Show.
Courtney Show.
I have some numbers for you. I'm Courtney, and these are the numbers. I know we have a jingle, but I told Haley too late. So no jingle. Sorry, Brando. You're not going to get your money. I don't know. I saved this since you've been gone. It's been in my stack of stuff for so long while you were gone, because I knew you'd be interested in this, Chris. The new magic number for retirement, according to people, is...
Is it 3 million or 4 million?
No.
Is it 2?
No.
2 banger?
It's lower.
What?
Mm-hmm.
It can't be.
It is. I'm just telling you what people
think that it is?
Yes.
Oh, well, they wrong.
Okay, so the new magic number, what do you think, Haley? You've got so many years.
What people think? 60.
60 what?
Million?
60 million?
What? Wait. For
like to have saved.
Oh.
When you retire.
Oh.
And hopefully you'll be drawing some Social Security.
I have no clue.
As well, but you have to have a nest egg, and your nest egg is going to be
200,000 maybe.
Oh, you sweet thing.
Yeah.
You need to.
What?
You need to figure. How old are you?
24.
Oh yeah, it's perfect time to start.
Perfect time to start.
Seriously, perfect time for you to start saving.
I have a 401k. It's just not.
That's not enough.
It doesn't look good.
No, you've got to do more than that. You have to do more. You got to get an IRA. You got to do a few things.
I got to get above $20 in my bank account first. I have $2.
$2.
I have $2 right
Not
now.
going to retire off of that.
All right. Well, once you start bringing in, like, even a little bit, because you're living at home still.
Yeah.
Even if you put away $50 a month right now in an IRA, it's a big deal.
Okay.
Trust me.
Okay.
Listen to him, because I wish I would have had a
I'll
Chris
listen to
Convey.
anyone but me because I'm bad with money.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, the what you really should try to do is get, I think the limit is $7,000 a year, is try to save $7,000 a year, if possible. I know it's really hard for people to do, in an IRA every year. You have to max it out every single year.
Oh.
There you go. That's from Chris.
Okay.
He's wiser. And nothing. All right. The new magic number is 1.46 million. So that's a 53% surge since the 951,000 target Americans reported in 2020. And from last year's 1.27 million. Here is how it breaks down generationally. Gen Z expects it'll need 1.63 million for retirement, but it has only saved 22.8 on average. But they're young.
Yeah,
You're Gen Z.
Yeah.
Millennials think they'll need 1.65 million, but only have 62,000 saved on average. And Gen X forecasts it'll need 1.56 million, but has saved on average $108,000.
That's not good.
And they're close.
That's not good.
You're smelling retirement right now.
See, I just have come to terms with the fact that I'm probably never going to retire. So
You're going to be working.
I'm probably going to be working until I drop.
That doesn't have to be the case.
Yeah, you're so young.
Especially when you're this
You've got
age.
so many years.
Even if you could put $20 a month into an index fund, it'll change your life. I promise you, in 20 years, you'll be like, thank God I listened to old SeaWorld. The
Boomers.
The guy named Monster Truck really knew what he was talking about.
So boomers are probably retired, right?
Yeah, for the most part.
Yeah.
I mean, but I think people are working later and later.
Yeah, because they still feel, they still like what they're doing. They predict they'll need 990, but they've only saved 120 on average.
Guys.
And then even high net wealth people registered a big gap. They expect they'll need high net wealth people. They expect they'll need 3.93 million to fund their lifestyle in retirement, but on average only 172,000. There's no way.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're spending as much as they're making.
Yeah, it's not going to work, guys.
I've heard you can't do that. Is that true?
No, you just can't do that. That can't be done.
Yeah. So Chris's tips are IRA, max it out every year for something easy.
In the most basic, just for the most basic way of trying to get ahead. If you have a 401k, there are good things about that, especially if your company matches it, it's good, or can be good depending on your financial situation. But IRA, maxing that out every year is crucial. Especially from the time if you do it from the time you're 18, you will be sitting pretty by the time you're 50.
But it's still good news if you're a little older too.
Yeah. I mean,
still,
people should definitely. They should talk to their finance guy, but it's something to think about.
Yeah. I mean, that's just the most basic tip.
If you put away $20 a month in an IRA, and then at the end of the year, if you have any little bonusy thing that comes up, put it all in your IRA before that tax date. It's like April, whatever that April 15th is, and then you can do $7,000 a year, which I know is tough, but it's important. Anyway, that's all I'm saying.
Thank you, Chris Convey.
There's some numbers for you.
Not a financial expert, but has expertise.
I've talked to some of them.
Money hurts my head.
We have Wheel of Questions. Brando out sick. Tim on paternity leave. He'll be back on Monday. Chris, Haylee, Courtney all hanging out, but Wheel of Questions is next. It's the Courtney Show on the Arch. Well, Ray's in here giving his 2 cents on our Wheel of Questions question, which was, one of them was, what beloved movie do you dislike? And I don't think that movie is a beloved movie.
I don't know.
Here, turn him on.
I got it.
He walked in with a Star Wars hat on.
Yes.
Yes.
And I agree with this movie big time. I think it's a bad movie. Joker.
With Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah.
It's a bad movie.
It's an awful movie.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Todd Phillips' remake of King of Comedy.
Yep.
Yeah.
And not even in a good way.
Not in a good way.
With Robert De Niro and Jerry Lewis.
They even put Robert De Niro in Joker.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, they did?
I know. It was like, yeah.
Like, it's a total rip.
Yeah.
It's a rip.
Man,
It's
Jerry
so
Lewis, I really disliked him from that movie.
But he was so great.
He was really good.
I think they had a different name for his
Sandra
character.
Bernhard was in that too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had a different name for Jerry's character.
Yes, it wasn't Jerry Lewis, but
he told them, if we're going to be shooting outside, my first name needs to be Jerry, because when I walk down the street, people scream Jerry.
Oh, okay.
And so if it gets in the movie, it can't ruin the take.
Very clever.
Yeah. So
what's your favorite movie?
Oh, God, I don't know.
Well, although, what's like something in the top 10?
he loves
Jaws.
movies.
Jaws. Oh, we were just talking about
Jaws is
but
one
what
of-
about comedy?
Is comedy's Airplane
Yeah.
is probably... Why are you staring at
Because
me? Did I
we've
say
talked
something?
about this movie. You love this movie.
Back to the Future?
Smokey and the Bandit.
Love Back.
Oh, Smokey and the Bandit's one of the... I watch it multiple times a year. Yeah.
Do you really?
Absolutely. It's gold.
Jackie
There's
Gleason is just
out of
the
I've
winner.
seen it since I was very, very young.
You should watch it.
I should go
Oh,
back in.
absolutely. Only the first one. The other two
Yeah,
are
the first one
absolutely
only.
terrible.
But man, Jackie Gleason, some of his lines are
Oh, my God.
so great. So he's just perfect.
Yeah.
Yes.
We quote it. I have a 17-year-old son that quotes Smokey and the Bandit.
No way.
Yeah, absolutely.
You must be like the proudest dad in the greater bi-state area.
I am, but for other reasons than Smokey and the Bandit.
Oh,
But yeah,
well, what are the other reasons? I mean, what could be
Nah,
cooler
you're
than that?
right. It's
That's
Smokey
really
and the
Smokey and the Bandit.
Yeah.
That's the main reason.
Is there a band that you despise that everybody likes?
Yeah, a lot of them.
Me too.
I can't go down that road.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
I guess I can. I mean, Led Zeppelin is one of the most overrated bands.
Oh no.
And I
And
work
you're a
at
music
another
guy.
station that
Yeah, it plays quite a bit.
plays quite a bit of Led
Really?
Zeppelin. I think they're fine. I just don't think they're. I'm not a huge Jimmy Page fan, so.
Oh, it's Jimmy Page specifically.
Yeah, I think Robert Plant's
You're
a great
a
singer.
Bonham guy.
I'm a Bonham guy. Who's not?
How could you not be a Bonham guy?
But I think Jimmy Page is just a skosh overrated.
Skosh.
All right.
Skosh has been thrown.
Skosh has been thrown.
I'm throwing skoshes.
All right, you can hang out if you want because we're going to talk entertainment and you know a lot about it. Have you wondered why Patrick Mahomes has not hosted Saturday Night Live? He's been on top. This is the kind of guy that SNL would get booked on their show.
I think he's too busy doing the voice of Kermit on the
You are not nice.
the Muppets. I'm just saying. I think he is.
It is because he is scared of teleprompters.
They don't do teleprompters. They do cue cards. Famously.
Yeah.
That's what he was told.
Oh, okay.
But he still has said no. And I get it. Like, that's a big...
Reading off a screen is hard.
But that's a big deal to throw yourself in if you are at all uncomfortable.
Yeah, and, obviously it's mostly like comics and actors and people who do that type of thing. So
Peyton Manning was next level.
Yeah.
That's the exception to the rule when
Yes.
it comes to athletes.
But even Travis Kelce, there was like a comedian who worked on the show who I will hate forever for what she said. But she was like, she made fun of Travis for going and studying the lines. She was like, it was so cute. He went into the room and he had to study his lines.
So what?
And it was just like, how are you being, he's like, he works hard. He studies playbooks. Like, this is what this guy
Why
knows
is
how
that
to do.
funny?
I don't know. I was so mad.
I'm mad too. Thanks. I don't know who it is, but don't tell
That was
me.
a hot tamale.
This Jelly Roll. The more you hear about him, the more you're like, yeah, he's a good guy.
And his crossover appeal is fascinating to me. But I mean, it's
So this is a cool story.
I don't even know. What kind of music does he play? Is he a country guy? Is
Yes,
he
but the
hip-hop?
Point plays him.
Oh, really?
It's like country. It's alternative country. It's weird.
So it's.
Does he have one good song though? Like I've never even heard a Jelly Roll
I haven't
song.
either. Do you like his music, or do you like him?
I like his music. I really don't know all that much about him. I don't really follow him.
I love that he's out there doing stuff.
Okay.
What did he do this time?
So he just built a music studio inside the Davidson County Juvenile Jail. It's a place where he spent a lot of time growing up.
No way.
So he teamed up with this nonprofit called Beat for Life, and it, for these detention centers, these juvenile detention centers, it helps them create songwriting, music programs for vulnerable populations across the country.
That's amazing.
Really cool.
Yeah. So he was there for the unveiling, and it's just really, really cool. He also performed for some of the kids who got to sit down with different songwriters and write their own songs. It's cool.
Is Jelly Roll related to Green Jelly at all?
Who's Green Jelly?
So. No.
The band formerly known as Green Jello.
Green Jelly, yeah.
But
Green Jello. Oh, that's it. Green Jello.
Well, they were initially Green Jello, and then they became Green Jelly after a lawsuit was threatened.
Don't you remember? Oh, yeah. Don't you remember that song about like huffing and puffing?
The big bad wolves. I can't remember the name of the song.
I don't.
We used to.
At all.
Oh, it was a good one.
Was it?
Oh, it was real good.
I don't think it was that good.
It was good. Song of the day today because we can't find the list. It's great. You load it into the system.
It's good in a way that's
odd.
Yeah. And the video, too, was bananas. I don't know if you remember the video.
Hey, we don't have we can't access the Song of the Day database. Is there a song that you think people need to hear today? You don't have to do it now, but you can just tell us what it is.
Ray's in charge of the music.
I know.
So if you have complaints,
you
keep them
to yourself.
You put it all in there. All right, let me go over a couple more things real quick. I put a bunch of stuff on the blog today. Did you know that Zoe Kravitz directed a movie? It's going to be out August 23rd.
Yeah, it's a good name.
Yeah, Blink Twice.
Blink Twice.
And it's a thriller. It looks good. Looks freaky.
I just saw the name and was like, that's a great name.
Channing Tatum's in it. I guess that's where they started dating. I don't know. But anyway, I put the trailer up for that. I also put a new trailer up, and it'll make Brando mad still. The new Garfield movie with Chris Pratt as the voice. There's a new trailer out for it, and you can watch it if you'd like.
You excited about Wolverine Deadpool? The trailer looked great.
Yeah, you could say I'm excited. Yeah.
Real excited.
Yeah.
Sony has picked up the film and TV rights for the board game Clue.
Okay.
All right, so
toss Margot Robbie in it and call it a day.
Here's the interesting thing. So, the movie Clue, it's a great movie.
Yeah.
It's a great movie. I didn't think I saw it in the theaters. I saw it after, and I learned to love it.
Have you ever seen the movie Murder by Death with Peter Falk?
No.
It's essentially the same movie.
Does it have 3 different endings?
No, it does not have 3 different endings. I'll give you that.
I love Leslie Ann Warren so much.
Yeah.
Like, I loved her in things back in that time.
Mm-hmm.
She was always a great comedic actress.
And honestly, Michael McKean in anything is...
And Tim Curry.
I know.
Curry.
Okay, so anyway, in 2011, this is interesting. I didn't know anything about this. Universal said that they were going to set up a new movie, and Hasbro teamed up with Gore Verbinski.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys know that name?
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Well, Fox attempted a version in 2016. Ryan Reynolds was at one point planning to star in a version with Jason Bateman in talks to direct. So all these things have been talked about and never came to fruition. Even a person was hired to write the script, but now something's going to happen because Sony finally bought it. So I don't know anybody tied to it, but now they own the rights to the board game.
I think we're ready for another attempt at Clue.
I do too.
The other one's amazing, but if they do something different.
How clever for that time to do 3 different endings, depending on what theater you were in.
So cool.
It was so smart.
Is that how they did that?
Yes.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Right?
I only saw one
I don't think I
until
saw
it came
all.
out.
I don't even know if I've seen all 3 endings.
I have only because
I
the
think when
TV broadcast.
Yes, they run all 3. Okay, then you're right.
They do something where it's like he goes back and does it.
Yeah, you're right. All right, that's all the time we have. We can throw everything else aside. Thanks, Ray.
Hey, no problem.
Hey, great having you in, Ray.
Real expert.
Thanks, guys.
You're a real insider.
Really,
real Hollywood
yeah.
insider here.
Ray gets it.
What do you think I'm doing at my desk all day? Just reading the internet.
Crying and crying.
All right, and Ray's going to pick out a song today.
A special one.
Special.
Maybe.
We'll make a dedication for you, too.
Oh.
A long-distance dedication. It's The Courtney Show on The Arch.
The Courtney Show.
Well, we are so happy in studio. St. Louis's own. Then he went into New York, got big on MTV, and he's back in St. Louis to talk about his podcast and much, much more. Dave Holmes.
Hello.
One of my
Dave.
favorite things.
I'm sorry. I forgot Priory grad.
That's right.
It's big on this show.
The
It's going to be a lot of monk talk.
Most proud of is his work on Reno 911.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
That to me was like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, I have nothing to do with Dave Holmes except that he went to the same high school. He's from St. Louis, but I always really root for St. Louis people.
Same.
And when you were on Reno 911, I was like, we made it.
Oh, thank you. That was, and still is sometimes, the most fun. I mean, okay, so that first season, the original cast played all the characters, right? Like, they were everywhere. Like, every perp was them with the face blurred out. But then in the second season, when they got a second season, they opened it up to other people.
Yep.
And I was just starting to do, like, improv and stuff, and I just begged my agent. I was like, just get me in that room, please. And it was like, it's the most fun audition I've ever had.
Oh,
it's
I
like,
bet.
a couple times a year. One of them, like, Robert or Tom Lennon would show up on my caller ID and I'd just be like,
yep,
something great's about to happen. I don't know
awesome.
what it is. And you just literally show up and you know the broad strokes of the story, but you have no lines. It's just, you
just play.
You just play.
With funny people.
Yeah. And
I don't know what that's like, but I've heard it's cool.
Hey,
it's
now.
fun. The one thing that they say is like, please wait 1 second before you break laughing, because the editor needs to work with something. It's not don't laugh, because that's impossible, because you're just playing with the funniest people on earth. But just like give the editor 1 second so that he can make a scene. It's great.
Well, so Dave, I want to let's talk about your whole history.
Sure.
We have about 2 minutes. No, I'm just kidding.
Cool.
All right. So you grew up here in St. Louis.
I did, yeah.
And
Priory 89.
89.
Baby.
Then you go to college.
Then I go to college in Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
It's called Holy Cross, little tiny Catholic school.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then somehow you find yourself at MTV. Remind our listeners, because if they know that era and that time, they'll remember the story.
Well, yeah. So it was 98. I had been living in New York, working in advertising, and I wasn't good at it, and I hated it. And there was an open call for VJs. So I called in sick from work. I went and I stood in line, and I didn't get the job. But I got real tenacious about like just getting a job. So there was like a thing called Want to Be a VJ, which was like a live, it was sort of like a VJ American Idol, but years before American Idol.
And it was a huge...
When MTV was big.
It was at a peak-ish time for MTV.
It was at one of MTV's peak times,
Yes.
There are many through the years.
And this was one of the biggest, it was like Kelly Clarkson American Idol time. Like, this was the biggest thing happening in the lives of like teenagers and young people. Like, everybody knew about this. Everybody was glued to it. And what we came to find out was Dave was a music savant.
I more than the other people who
were trying out. They wanted to be famous.
Yeah, I kind of, I'm pretty nerdy in that direction. So, and then I think they needed a music nerd in the top 10. So I got in there. But yeah, ultimately I did not win. I came in second.
But you lost to.
I lost to a fellow named. You pulled the name earlier.
Jesse
Camp.
Jesse Camp.
Yeah.
Who was a personality.
Who was just
big personality.
All over the place.
Yeah, a wild one.
And he didn't last long though.
The prize was a 1-year contract.
Yes.
So he got that, which was great. And then at the end of that year, he released an album. During his year, Hollywood Records gave him a deal.
I did not know that.
Huge advance. Because this was also, peak recording industry.
Yes.
They had money to burn. And so they gave him a huge advance, and he recorded an album, which I'm just going to tell you is full of bangers. It's not a bad album at all. Like,
Dave,
there are a couple jams on it.
Dave posted his music video the other day. I was like, I completely forgot that this even existed. It was great.
Stevie Nicks sings backup on one of the songs.
What?
Rob Cavallo, who at the time was producing Green Day and huge rock acts, produced it. Like, it's good. But it just, it came out at the end of his year, and I think people were a little like, okay.
They were tired of him.
We're We're good.
Maximum Jess.
Yeah.
All right, so then you get second, but you still end up getting a job there.
Yeah. So, and this is all happening on live TV, right? So I came in second on live TV, and I remember in the moment thinking, like, okay, have emotions about this some other time in some other place. Right now, party, get everybody's business card and just start calling until they either say, leave me alone, or come in and let's have a meeting. And luckily, some people said, come in and let's have a meeting. And I got a job as a writer, and then I got put on the air, and then,
the rest
was there for 5 years, and it was great.
Man, we were so excited for you.
Thank you.
We were so into it.
Thanks.
Yeah. And I've been fans ever since because
Thank you.
Now, you're obviously a great writer, and you've been published in multiple magazines. I read everything that you do.
Thank you.
And every time I beam with pride that you're from St. Louis.
Oh, man.
It is. It is. It's very, very cool. We've got St. Louis really has grown some great entertainment people.
Good.
I mean, we really have.
So. Yeah.
And of course, we claim you because you're from here. You got your start in St. Louis.
I'm happy to be claimed. I worked at a radio station called KYMC. Do you remember KYMC?
I don't think so.
No.
Itty bitty little station out in Baldwin. And it was like, you could only hear it for like a 3-mile radius. But in the 80s, they would play, the Replacements and REM and like
and you couldn't
cool
get that
music.
anywhere else.
Couldn't get it anywhere else at the time. And so from when I was 16, I had like a Saturday afternoon radio
That's
show there, which was
so cool.
so much fun.
Yeah, because he would go when he was on the VJ thing. He knew everything. To me, it was like he knew. Oh, I saw Mark McGrath in an elevator a few weeks ago.
No way.
And I was like, man, I got to tell you, you blew my mind on
Rock and Roll
Jeopardy.
He's smart.
And the only people I think that could give him a run for his money is you and my brother Tim.
Yeah, I bet.
I would love to see you and Tim go head to head on some stuff. I think you would smoke him, but he'd be pretty good.
I don't know if I would. Mark McGrath is basically a Prairie guy with tattoos. You know what I mean? He's like, he grew up in Orange County. He was like a real preppy teenager.
Yeah.
And then, he took a left turn and now, but he's like, tattoos and all, he's sort of, he hosts Extra and stuff.
Yeah, I know. Yes. It's so funny.
You know what? You guys talked about Jelly Roll earlier. I interviewed Post Malone for the cover of Esquire last year. There's something about guys with face tattoos suddenly being like the nicest guys in the world.
Because Post Malone, we've talked on the air about how everything he does is cool.
Right. Yeah.
I love a good juxtaposition.
Sweet.
Yeah, these guys that look like they're, traditionally you'd be like, that's a criminal.
Yeah.
But now you're like, these guys are great.
Yeah, a face tattoo used to mean I'll slice your neck.
But there's almost like an appreciation that like a Jelly Roll is a guy that went from nothing in hard times to turning his life around.
Yeah.
I think he's recently lost a bunch of weight too. I think he's doing something with Bert Kreischer.
Oh.
They're like some kind of challenge.
Just who can take their shirt off the quickest?
A weight loss thing.
Okay.
Or like they're going to run in a marathon or something.
Yeah.
There's something happening.
But you know what, though? Like you, I couldn't name a Jelly Roll song if you gave me all day to think about it. I just don't know. I'm sure it's great, but...
Well, we want to talk about your podcast.
Great.
In just a few minutes.
Sure.
But you did want to mention the movie.
Yeah, beloved movies that we don't
you dislike.
Okay, I have an answer that is literally going to get the show taken off the air, and we're all going to be put in jail.
I'm afraid.
But it is
you heard some of the answers that we had.
I heard some of the answers. However, you did not get to the correct answer. And it is time for us to break off the chains that we've been bound by for decades. Caddyshack is not funny. Caddyshack is not funny. It's not funny. Nothing happens.
Ted Knight is one of the funniest characters.
Put him in anything. Put him in a better movie. It's like I am so tired of people quoting Caddyshack and telling me that one scene between Chevy Chase and Bill Murray is improvised. Oh, is that why nothing happens in that scene? Except two people who are not likable trying to out-funny each other?
Oh, my God.
I can't stand it.
Ted Knight's the winner of that movie, though.
Yes, of course. He's great. He's great. But it's like, it's just a bunch of people who are delighted with themselves and they're zooted up out they minds.
Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah, it's not funny.
I'm not mad at you because it's not like in my top list of favorite movies.
Yeah.
But I find humor in Caddyshack.
Okay,
what's your stance on Fletch?
I like Fletch okay, I think. Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen it since I saw it like once in the theater.
Yeah. Well, how old were you when Caddyshack came out? Because I found
too young to see it.
I think. Oh, you were. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I found I don't like Blink-182, right?
Uh-huh.
Because I think Green Day is great.
Yeah.
Right? But then people that are a little older than me are like, Green Day stinks. I'm a Clash guy. And so it's like, these are all just...
because I like both of them.
Yeah,
and I'm that age.
I
I've found in your heart for all of these
I was
bands.
pretty obsessed with Green Day when they came out, and I think it's because I love The Clash.
Well, also, you're young at heart. Let's be honest.
True.
What do you mean?
Ageless,
No, I
timeless.
mean, Green Day came out when I was 24, so it's a perfect time for me.
Well, maybe, but like, I thought Blink-182 was really uncool. Like, they were like...
I get it.
They were like copying something that I loved and weren't doing as good of a job. But you could make that same argument about Green Day with like
About
the Clash
Clash.
and stuff like that. So sometimes I think it's like the age that you are when you see something.
You're comparing
where I'm
them.
like,
Yeah,
I thought
I'll buy
Caddyshack
that.
was great because I was 13 and all that stupid stuff was great. But if I saw it now, I'd be like,
Yeah, I was raised on like, quotes from it because I have older brothers and stuff. And it's just like, it's sort of, what like, straight guys talk about. So like I was sort of, I kept hearing that stuff. And then I finally saw it. And even as a kid, I was like, this kind of isn't all that funny. But
did you rewatch it somewhat recently and be like, okay, now I'm
no,
sure?
I've had it. Like I think it was probably 20 years ago the last time I saw it, and I was like, no,
You were
I'm
just
not doing
tired
this
of
anymore.
all
I'm not
of
doing
the,
this anymore.
how it's getting, people talk about it like it's some great masterpiece.
Exactly.
That's why you're bothered.
It's heterosexual culture, and it's it's time for us to live in a more diverse and accepting.
It's so funny.
and
I've never agreed
exciting
with
world.
anything more in my life.
Thank you.
Haley's on board.
I'm on board.
Thank
we
you very
just talked
much.
about this the other day, like how things were so big in the 80s that never, like did we just solve the world problems with crabs? Because remember how relevant it was in all 80s movies?
Oh, I mean, like the venereal.
Yes.
Okay.
But like, it was in.
It was a cheap gag, and
But it was in so many movies.
Yeah.
And now we've just left it be. Like,
yeah.
There's no more talk about it.
Well, listeners, if you've had
No, we
crabs
don't want to
recently,
know.
call in.
We don't want to know.
Let me tell you something about Blink-182.
Okay, we'll get back to that. We do have to play a song real quick, and then we will come back and talk.
Better not be Blink-182.
Talk
Better
more
not be.
Dave Holmes. No, it's not. It's I can't see who it is.
It's Backstreet.
Oh.
Blackstreet, sorry.
Oh,
Black
yeah.
Street. Oh, no
diggity. No diggity.
No
All
doubt.
right.
I'll take
More with
that.
Dave Holmes in just a few minutes.
Yes.
The Courtney Show on the Arch.
Courtney Show.
Hanging out with us in studio is Dave Holmes, and we've talked about a variety of things, but
Yes.
not yet the reason you came in.
Oh.
Let's talk about your
That's
podcast.
the thing, man. I start running my mouth.
No,
and
but I want to
forget.
make sure we get it because we're running a little late on time. We can come back to more things and take breaks, but I want to get your message out there because I
thank
think
you.
people like anybody that grew up with MTV, this is fascinating to me because we saw the rise and fall of MTV. I was at the first MTV spring break in Daytona Beach in 1986.
Stop it.
I
really?
was.
Wow.
That's
how was that?
It was very meaningful. MTV was just a big part of my life from the time I was a freshman in high school, maybe 8th grade. And so, I'm a senior in high school. It was incredible.
Unbelievable.
I can't believe my mom let me go.
People must have
I still
gone
don't
nuts.
understand.
Like, just to see, like, the camera crews
Oh,
and
it
stuff.
was
They must have,
unreal.
like, yeah.
It was unreal.
Flocked to you.
Yes.
So MTV is this thing that has this sort of emotional place in our lives. If you grew up with it, you have an attachment to it. And now, like a lot of cable channels, it is just, it's still there. It's still profitable. People are still watching it, but it's, the show ridiculousness.
Yes, all the time.
180
I
times a
know.
week. No joke.
It's true.
Yeah, and so people ask me, what happened to MTV a lot, as though I have the inside scoop or whatever. But it's like, well,
you can look at the history of it.
Yeah,
But you are the perfect person to tell this story.
And I hope so. Yeah. So we've done this podcast called "Who Killed the Video Star?" The story of MTV, and it's sort of we're trying to answer that question. But also get into the history of MTV and why it was so impactful, and why it had this place in so many of our hearts. Because there's like our generation, Courtney, and then there's people 5 years younger than us who have their like Nirvana time.
Yeah,
they were really into it. And there's people 5 years younger than them that have their boy band moment with it. A lot of different micro generations have this like emotional connection to MTV, and the story of its sort of arc and its the arc of its relevance or whatever is kind of an interesting lens to look at the world of media now through. Because what MTV is doing, a lot of things are doing. Print media is sort of, falling apart in the same way. And, a lot of different media industries are sort of, there are changes in people's consumption habits and the way that we
and everybody's trying to keep up with it and they can't quite figure it out.
Exactly. So I'm trying to tell that story and do it, with a bit of nostalgia and also.
Do you have guests on this show?
Yeah. But I got Alan Hunter, by the way, who now lives in St. Louis.
That's right.
Wow, so crazy.
That's cool.
I keep thinking I should see if he wants to have coffee, but I'm like nervous. But anyway, I talked to Gary Kemp from Spandau Ballet about those early years and why it was the British bands who really blew up on early MTV.
It's so interesting. We talked about that before you came in, about how I remember watching that making and how they had those videos. And that's why they played so many of these bands we hadn't heard, because those were they had to fill time.
Yeah, exactly. And those were the ones that kids took to.
Yeah.
I finally met Kevin Seal. Remember Kevin Seal?
No.
He was a VJ. He came after the original five.
Oh, the original.
Downtown Julie Brown and Kevin Seal came in 86, 87.
Oh, see, I think I was on the edge.
Out?
I was leaving MTV then.
Okay. And that is also a thing that happens.
Yeah.
People do sort of age out. But I always thought I would check back in throughout my life. I don't.
I didn't.
Yeah. I talked to a ton of old executives and Rob Dyrdek and Shane Nickerson, who are the producers of Ridiculousness.
Yeah.
And,
did you get Van Toffler in there?
Didn't get Van Toffler, no.
Dave Sorelnik?
No. We tried.
Who needs him?
No,
I'm just kidding.
we did get Ocean McAdams, who ran MTV News for a while.
Yeah.
Doug Herzog, who was a big executive. Suchin Pak and Gideon Yago.
No way, that's
and
great.
Damien Fahey. And so we talked to a ton of people. Tracy Grandstaff, who there's a fun little reveal at the end. She was a head writer of the VMAs and then became famous for another thing, but we'll get into it later. Also, I got to take an episode and just drill down on reality stars, because with the Real World, between the Real World and Survivor, it was kind of only MTV doing what we now call reality television.
Yeah.
And those people who were on it were super famous, but made no money.
Right.
And for the most part, couldn't work in the industry after because they were so famous from the Real World.
So one of the episodes you deal with just the reality portion of it. That's interesting.
Eric Neese.
Oh, yeah, sure.
From the first season of the Real World.
Wow.
Who, just spoiler, is now a psychedelic shaman in Hawaii.
Really?
Yeah. And he looks fantastic.
Well, yeah, he always looked good.
With him.
Easy over there.
What about old Julie?
Ryan Reynolds is getting jealous.
Julie's Julie's back in Alabama. There was a reunion.
What about
called The Real World
Trishelle?
Homecoming.
She had lots of issues.
She was just on the Traitors.
Oh, she was?
Yeah.
I didn't watch The Traitors. There's too many people I don't like on that show.
Yeah, everyone's raving about it though.
I know, they love it.
I haven't gone in.
And also, I love Alan, who is the host of it, Alan Cumming.
Oh, Alan Cumming, yeah.
He bothers me on this show.
Oh, really?
I don't know why. He's real.
He's great.
But he's
I haven't
real.
seen the show.
It's over the top theatrical. And it gets on my...
Well, that's what you want from Alan.
And I don't like it.
You liked him on The Good Wife, though.
I love him in everything.
Great on The Good Wife.
Except for The Traitors.
Except The Traitors.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I know I need to dive in.
What about Ruthie? Remember Ruthie?
Oh, yeah. How could you forget Ruthie?
Poor Ruthie. She had some issues. I do too.
Yeah. But here's the thing though. She had issues.
But she was
22.
Just a 22-year-old.
Yeah. And who
then we
fallen off a
celebrated
bar
it
stool?
with the Jersey Shore.
Sure.
It changed.
Yes.
That was fine then.
Yeah.
But
it's keep falling off a bar stool.
Yes.
Snooki.
That's right.
Yeah, and they're still going.
And then
they're still going. Yeah, I didn't want to talk to any of them, so we don't.
Oh, you're like, this is where I draw the line.
Draw the line
at the Jersey Shore.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, because that was the last. What to me is the last dying gasp was. Jersey Shore kind of brought, MTV
People
not
came
doing
back.
well. And it was Jersey Shore was around. It was
another cultural.
This is a new, MTV is this is a thing. Mm-hmm. And then since then, it's all Teen Mom and.
Yeah, and ridiculousness. And I guess The Challenge.
Oh, yeah, The Challenge. Isn't that a strange thing?
It's wild.
Yeah,
people.
They're all middle-aged now.
Johnny Bananas is fully has an AARP card in his wallet.
Yes.
And he's,
just living off this character.
Yeah.
For years and years.
Well, Miz became
more than I am. him, I'm sure.
Miz became one of the biggest stars in the WWE.
Yeah.
There's a few big success stories, too.
Yeah, but they're rare, you know? They're really rare.
Dave Gentoli, that's a big success story
That's
from
right.
Road Rules.
Oh, yeah.
That's a big
Kit,
one.
what's her name?
Kit Hoover.
Yeah, she ended up hosting like Extra or Hollywood.
Yeah, something like that.
One of those shows for years.
Yeah.
Theo Vaughn came through.
Oh,
Theo
yeah.
Vaughn. Massive now.
Yeah.
Real
big.
Podcast.
Fine.
Yeah, but it's still, it's pretty rare. Like Julie from the first season, they did that reunion show,
Yes.
Homecoming.
Yeah,
Paramount+,
I didn't
which is
watch
great.
it.
Oh, it's good.
But wasn't it on? Was that during COVID?
Maybe. Yeah, it was because Eric tested positive, so
Yeah.
he had to be like on camera.
Yes.
Like, on Zoom or whatever. But Julie tells a story because she wanted to be a dancer. So she would get called in for Broadway shows. And she would audition, and then they would ask her a bunch of questions.
They just
about the
wanted to
show.
meet her.
Yeah, and then it was like, oh no, you can't be in this show because like people will see your face and it'll pull them out of the show.
Oh.
But we wanted to ask you, if Eric was nice.
That's so rude.
It's so rude.
So rude.
And and on top of it, you made like $900 to do this whole
Man,
season of television that
just-
they air for decades.
How smart was MTV in the beginning, though, with all these people that probably were just smart people that got together in this group that they were able to put this thing on the air because everything they did was right.
Yeah.
From their contesting that they did,
Yeah.
they were the things that were most talked about. Like they would come to your hometown.
Yes.
Like the biggest artists. It just was the right people with nobody getting in the way.
Exactly. It was, the whole thing was started by American Express because they wanted to reach younger credit card holders. Nobody was like, you could get a credit card at 18 rather than 25, starting in the late 70s. And so American Express wanted to reach 18 to 24-year-olds, and nobody was talking directly to that audience. So they had Warner Amex, and this was a Warner Amex channel. This is the only time in history that, corporate culture has done something good.
Yeah,
for the
I can't
culture.
even believe it.
That's crazy.
And then, after that, every innovation at MTV was because, budgets were low. So you had to be creative. You had to be scrappy.
And artists knew how big it was for them.
Right.
That they would agree to do some of these crazy
janky things. Yeah, for sure.
Because they're like, this is where we need to be.
Exactly. And if MTV's production budget had been a little bit higher, they would have done a teenage soap opera, which is what they originally wanted to do. But they were like, well, we can't really afford to do this. So let's do the real world. So we don't have to pay actors
Man,
and writers.
so much better.
Yeah, so much better. And that soap would have been, gone in 2 years.
Terrible. And now it's like, when I was there, it was young people doing things. So I was there early 2000s, and like the people producing the VMAs were like in their late 30s still, but then the people coming up with the ideas were still like in their 20s.
Yeah.
And they were listening to you.
And it was chaos, and people would be like, some people were still doing some drugs, and then like you would like you take late night cars home, and you would put like all these crazy things on shows' budgets, and you were having fun, and then like 2 years after I interned, all of that was like over. And it started being like there's crackdowns and budgets were getting worse.
You always hear the stories.
Yeah.
You hear the good old days.
Yeah. I personally have none. Like all these crazy party stories. Maybe I just wasn't invited, but like I don't. That wasn't super a part of the culture.
Right.
Although the Christmas party was always really
Christmas party was amazing.
I mean, yeah.
Where can people listen to your podcast?
Everywhere podcasts are.
And it's called again,
Who Killed the Video Star?
All right. And
the story of MTV.
Lots of guests. If it's a part of your life at all, it sounds like it's a definite must listen.
Even if you don't love MTV, I mean, who doesn't want to listen to Dave talk for?
It is nice.
Great voice.
It's real nice.
This guy.
Are you going to get how many episodes?
8 episodes.
8 episodes? You think you're going to get another
I don't
run?
This is
There's a lot you can delve into.
Yeah, there are a lot of other left.
You might have to interview the Jersey Shore people at some point.
We're not to brag, but we were in the top 10 recently on Apple Podcasts. We're beating Ben Shapiro. We're beating Tucker Carlson. That makes me happy.
Yes, let's get.
So maybe
let's get let's stop with the
bow ties.
political stuff and listen to some things that it's not going to get you all riled up.
Turn your brain off and
have
let's
some fun
reminisce about
and have some
ballet.
laughs.
Yes.
Dave Holmes.
Thank you, Dave Holmes, for stopping by. You can hang out more, but we do have to play some commercials. But feel free to hang.
To do your job.
Hang as long as you'd like. Dave Holmes, thank you so much for being here on the Courtney Show. Still to come, tickets for New Kids on the Block. Today is the day that those magic whatever it's called. What is it called? The Magic...
I don't know.
Ticket block goes on sale. They have a great deal.
They're so good live. It's crazy.
Yeah, and we have they're coming here this summer, and we'll have a chance for you with First 5 Notes. That's next.
You can count on Cantor. Hi, I'm Mark Cantor of Cantor Injury Law. Cantor Injury Law is local, and that's much different than the other lawyers you see advertising. You can count on Cantor to know you and your injury. Count on Cantor to know the law and how to maximize the money you win in your case. You can count on Cantor because we've been winning cases like yours for 30 years. Visit CantorInjuryLaw.com or call us at 314-628-9999.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
Rakuten is the smartest way to save money when you shop because you earn cash back at over 3,500 stores. Fashion, beauty, electronics, home essentials, travel, dining, concert tickets, and more. Your favorite stores like Lowe's, Levi's, and Nike pay Rakuten to send them shoppers. And Rakuten then passes on a part of that payment to its members as cash back. You're already shopping at your favorite stores. Why not save while you're doing it? It's a no-brainer. Membership is free and easy to sign up. Get the Rakuten app now and join the 17 million members who are already saving. Cashback rates change daily. See Rakuten.com for details. That's Rakuten. Your cash back really adds up.
Next on The Courtney Show.
First 5 Notes on 106.5 The Arch.
Dave Holmes is still here. Dave, hang out because you're going to play against this person on First 5 Notes. We have to explain it to you, though, because it's a little difficult to anybody, a newcomer.
Yeah.
Because you can't really beat the contestant because they always win.
They always win.
Since we started 4 years ago during COVID, the show, there's not been a loser. But we're willing.
Well, there's been losers, but nobody's lost the game.
Nobody's lost the game? Yeah. Okay.
Yes. So hang out.
Okay.
We're going to get a contestant. But I want to tell you, first of all, that First 5 Notes is brought to you by Carroll House Furniture. Carroll House Furniture is growing and hiring. And if you like top pay, join the Carroll House family. All right. If you guys want to win tickets to New Kids on the Block when they come to town on, what is the date of that? I don't see the date. Whatever the date is, Saturday.
Clear your summer.
June 22nd,
Okay.
Hollywood Casino Amphitheater.
They're so good live.
Give us a call. They're great.
Oh my God.
We can talk about it. Let me give the phone
sorry.
numbers. Chris is going to get the contestant. 314-954-1065, 618-398-1065. Call us now if you want to play First 5 Notes against Dave Holmes. They're doing this. They just announced it a little while ago. They're doing this magic pack. You can get 4 tickets. Not sure how long this will last. I guess until it sells out for just $89 plus fees.
Great.
So today is the day to get that special magic pack if you want to see NKOTB along with Paula Abdul, DJ Jazzy Jeff. You love them.
I love them. Yeah, they're great. They put on such a fun show. Audience goes nuts. It's they
people are doing probably all the dances.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Of course. Everybody knows every word. Everybody knows all the choreography. There's like a backstage cam so you can watch them, change clothes.
Yeah,
whatever.
right.
It's crazy.
Oh, yeah. And they love that. But
it's crazy.
And it's funny because these people are now, they just revert to that age.
Yes.
When that they were when they were obsessed with New Kids.
The 10-year-olds of 30 years ago are 40 now, and they are revved up on Pinot Gris, and they are ready to scream.
Yeah.
It's a ball. Also, there's no opening act, so New Kids just, explodes right from the jump and, plays hits, at the top. It just starts at a 10.
All right.
It's a ball.
You got contestant, Chris?
We have a contestant.
Okay, it's Megan from...
It's Megity Meg from House Springs.
It's Megity Meg. Hey, Megity Meg, welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're going to play against Dave here in the studio. Is that cool with you, Meg?
Awesome. I'm ready.
All right.
Megity Meg.
All right, so it is Megity Meg versus Dave Holmes, and it's First 5 Notes. You have to answer with the title of the song or the artist that sings the song, and if you get 2 out of 3, you win these tickets, Meg. Are you ready to roll?
Awesome. I am ready.
All right, Megity Meg, here's song number 1. That's a hilarious amount of notes.
That is really.
Megity, do you even have a clue?
I don't have a clue. Dave knows.
Yes, I just got it.
Yeah. Dave was going to get it. I wish Dave could have played Throwback Live. That would have been fun.
Ooh. Oh, yeah.
Next
He would
time.
love it.
Yeah. All right, Meggity Meg, you want to hear it again? Or will that even help?
I don't know that that'll help.
We may just have to give Dave this one.
Or, I can provide Meggity Meg some hints.
Oh, we give lots of hints.
Okay.
We've even been known to rhyme.
Okay. Meggity Meg, what do you do with a soccer ball?
Kick it.
Mm-hmm. What is the opposite of stop?
Go.
Well, no, you're wrong. What's another
I
opposite
know what
of
you're
stop?
saying. Like, if you...
Start.
Yes.
Kickstart.
Yes.
What's a song that starts with that?
Yep.
I have no idea.
What is the organ that pumps blood through your whole body?
Kickstart heart.
You need a word in between there.
Whose heart?
Yeah.
Not yours,
Kickstart
but...
my heart.
Yeah!
Great clues.
Great clues.
Decent guessing, Meggity Meg. We really love you for that one. You are 1 for 1-ish. Let's get these next two. Here's song number 2.
You know
Britney
this.
Spears.
Yes.
Nailed it. I mean, you smoked Dave on that one.
Yep.
All right, Meggity Meg, that is a big win. This last one's just for glory. Here's song number 3. Cover.
Come on.
Yeah, it is. I never knew that right away.
I don't know.
Meggity Meg
I know
knew
it, but I don't know the
easily.
name.
Mm-hmm.
And these two are a little older.
Yeah.
So
I'm
maybe
a lot older. Okay.
Okay.
You trying to
There's no way
jog her memory there?
There's no way we can do the title's too long.
Title's long.
So
Yeah.
what? Okay,
if we were doing charades, it would take.
if you're
45 minutes.
nude,
Yes.
what's another word for nude?
Naked.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
you look through to see. You look through your
Glasses.
Glasses. That was naked glasses.
Not your nose, your mouth, or your ears, but your
Eyes.
naked eyes.
naked eyes. Meggity Meg from House Springs, 4-pack of tickets for you to New Kids on the Block, along with Paula Abdul, DJ Jazzy Jeff, and those special Magic Pack tickets are available now. You can get all the details at 1065thearch.com. We'll get you those tickets, Meg, and we'll play again tomorrow on The Courtney Show. I'm worn out. It's been a good show. My shoulders
Name
hurt.
one good thing about it.
My shoulders are really bothering me, though.
My shoulders. So somebody dropped off this.
Is there a fireball in there?
Yes, but I think this is from Pitbull's.
Oh, it's because they announced his show yesterday.
And man, I got to tell you, I love Pitbull.
Wait,
T-Pain's coming with him.
What? Turn it up.
So somebody, I don't care what you say. Like, they had somebody draw on this globe.
Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide is coming to St. Louis.
I like it.
I love the effort.
I like it.
Pitbull is one of the nicest people that I've ever met in the music industry.
Yeah, he's coming to town on September 22nd. And let's see when the tickets go on sale. This Friday at 10 a.m.
This Friday, 10 a.m. Yes.
Yeah.
It's here on
Pitbull
this-
with T-Pain, Hollywood Casino Amphitheater.
Man, he's awesome. I love him. Big fan. But you know who I love more? Dave Holmes. That was really fun.
He was great. I bet that podcast is fascinating.
He's one of my, he's like one of my favorite people that's out there doing stuff. Like anything he does, like
It's
I
gonna be
will
well
consume it.
done.
Yeah, and like he's writing great articles. I can't wait to listen to this podcast.
It sounds fascinating to me. It's sad. It's sad to me that MTV is
has fallen
like
so
a
far.
Haley will never understand.
Yeah, because it's completely over. There's no coming back.
I had a little bit of an MTV phase. I was able to kind of jump in on it for a little bit there.
But
when I was
you had like it
I
wasn't
didn't have good MTV.
It wasn't music.
Some of it was music. They still were doing the like music video countdowns, and that's how I got my music. But
yeah,
man, if you didn't get your music through the grind, then I don't even know how to talk to you.
All right, do we have text?
I don't know. I mean, we do. I haven't looked at them for well over an hour. So nothing
What about
new.
anything
From yesterday, we have more Haylee and Hamilton.
Oh, they like
I got this.
And then somebody goes, Haylee did that.
I don't
and
know
then
if
other
that's
people said Haylee is
complimentary.
brave. Haley is incredible. Oh my God, Haley was amazing.
Yes, you put yourself out there, Haley.
Yeah, she really put herself out
That
there.
was- I
It was
was-
fearless.
That was the closest I've experienced to like stage fright in a while.
You did great.
It was really, really good. We have some stuff from yesterday about TSA. Oh, I am loving this podcast with Haley. You guys are discussing Clear and TSA PreCheck. I fly every week for work, and they're both useful. My life would be a lot worse without these services. Courtney, since you hate my text name, can we maybe change it to Always Flying Laura or Flies the Most Laura? What do you think?
What's her text name?
Unsexy Laura.
Oh. I named her Unsexy Laura because I think she said she was not unsexy.
Yeah, I thought maybe you thought that about
No,
her.
I think Laura is adorable. That's why it was a funny name.
Okay.
Because she is adorable.
Well,
I'm not saying that word. I don't love saying that word.
No, it's one of my least favorite words to say, but somehow saying it with the word
yes,
in front of it
it's
helps
different.
it out a lot.
It's you decide. It's all up to Chris.
And how about this from yesterday? Mellow Melissa says, wow, listening to the podcast, Chris is in rare form today. So funny.
You had some lines.
No, but that's rare form?
Well, you haven't been here in a while. So maybe they forgot.
Okay.
You know?
Mellow Melissa taking shots. May said the donut stop where Frank dressed up like the firefighter, Tony's Donuts.
Yeah, I knew that. But there was also when he joined you for the guest hosting was at the place they didn't like us.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what I was referring to.
Gotcha. Karen said she loves Nikki's commercial and that she already has her tickets for the Nikki show. That's
good.
this weekend.
Get those tickets if you don't have them. Let's sell this thing out.
Yeah.
We've got an incredible talent from St. Louis.
Yeah.
And she's got, if you saw her the last time she was here, it's all new material and probably some stuff about Chris. So get those tickets.
Get them tickets.
Yeah.
Leslie says, I'm loving this impromptu of airing the gripes. She loves the early morning gripes. And then Thoughtful Justin just goes, Zoolander 2 was garbage.
How is it?
This is Thoughtful Justin, of all people.
I don't even have it as a memory that it happened.
I must have seen it.
Was Ben Stiller in it and Owen Wilson?
I think they both were.
That's crazy. Now I kind of want to watch it.
I would go back and watch it. But
Well, let me tell
Thoughtful
you-
Justin says it's garbage.
Let me tell you, Ben Stiller now is doing some incredible work that's not that kind of comedy because Severance is genius. And he did that prison breakout show as well that was on Showtime. Do you remember with Patricia Arquette?
No.
How she had like an affair with an inmate.
No.
She teamed up with them. I think it's based on a true story. It was on Showtime a few years ago.
I don't know about that. Somebody's asking what the name of Dave's podcast is again.
It's called MTV Killed the Video Star.
MTV Killed the Video Star.
I had to think about that because all you have in your head is video killed the radio star.
I want to just say the music song.
And that's rude to radio people.
A lot of people love Dave Holmes. Love Dave Holmes. Have to agree with Dave. NKOTB was awesome. I won front row from you last time they were here. Got a wink from Donnie Wahlberg and felt like a 13-year-old girl.
I know, it's so funny how you revert back to that child.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of people loving Dave. Had a great time. Dave Holmes is right about Caddyshack. Now that I think about it, yes, there are very funny parts, but not a great movie on the whole.
I like it.
Caddyshack burn.
But I'm not mad at him for his thoughts on it.
I didn't finish Caddyshack. I watched half of it and then I was like, I'm good. And I turned it off.
You're not a fan either.
No.
Did you get to the part where he goes, Noonan?
Noonan.
I don't think so.
Noonan.
Maybe.
What about
I did get to that part. Okay.
What about the old people?
What about you'll
With
get
the old
nothing and
people,
like it?
What does he say?
I want a hot dog. No, I want a cheeseburger.
No, the part where the woman hits it into the water and he says, "Great shot, hon." The old people that are out there.
Oh, I don't know if I remember
The priest that's having the best round of his life.
Oh, yeah.
There's some good. Dave Holmes is wrong.
This is Dave Holmes' nightmare, is us talking about quotes and parts of Caddyshack. But yeah, check out Dave Holmes' podcast. It's an 8-part series about MTV. It's called MTV Killed the Video Star.
That's it.
Nailed it.
Dave, look up Dave Holmes.
Dave Holmes, yeah. It's gonna be, and he's got other podcasts too, so check that stuff out. He's got a great voice. Great voice for radio.
He really does.
Great voice for podcasts. You can hang on to that for a while. If you want to text us any old time, 314-669-4665.
The Courtney Show.
All right, on the blog today, I don't know, there's some stuff. We didn't talk about a lot of stuff, though. But I had a great time today. Thank you to Haylee for coming in today. I don't know if you'll be back tomorrow or not, but I know I won't be.
I'll find out probably around 5:30.
Yeah, I'll be. No, today, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Brando does let you know early.
I would be kind of intrigued about a Chris and Haley solo show.
We could do the soft rock show.
Yeah, there's something that's very, very intriguing to me about that show.
It worries me a little bit.
It worries
but I'm not going to think about it.
Yeah, you don't have to think
I
about it.
don't have to think
ever.
about it. I'm leaving, and that's it.
I thought you were leaving Thursday.
I am.
What's today?
Tomorrow is Thursday.
Tomorrow's Thursday.
Oh my God, what happened to this week?
I'm leaving in the morning on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again. I'll be back on Monday.
You know exactly when.
Yeah, I know. I have my times. I do.
advance.
I'll be back Tuesday on the show, though. And I'll miss Tim's first show since his for his big return.
That's going to be exciting. Everybody in America's talking about
Yeah, I know.
Tim's
I'm going to
big
miss
return.
it. I'll have to Tuesday.
Well, you have to tune in on Monday.
I won't.
No, but you should.
I know, but
It'll be
I'm
good.
I trust you guys.
A lot of baby stories.
Tuesday, I'll hear all about it, I'm sure. Ray is back in, and Ray wants to... Oh, let's mention one more time. Dave Holmes' podcast is called...
My God, who killed all these people?
I love murder podcasts.
And what to do about it. Who killed the video star?
Who killed the video star?
Dave Holmes.
Dave Holmes podcast.
I love Dave Holmes.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He's the best.
But
He's
you
so
disagree with his Caddyshack.
I disagree with his Caddyshack, but I think he's fantastic. And he's great on Jimmy Pardo's podcast. I'm going to say that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he and Jimmy Pardo are,
But let's promote our own podcast, shall we?
Do that. Yeah, we've got a podcast, too.
We do. And it's fueled by Salt and Smoke.
Smoke.
And you can listen to it every day. And if you have a friend, tell them about it. Let's spread the podcast word.
Yeah, do that podcast.
Amen.
Okay, amen. Nice.
Uh-huh.
I like that.
I said word, and that's what came. Ray is picking out the song of the day today because we can't get into the system.
Yeah. So you guys put it on me earlier.
I know.
I picked one from the Grassroots.
I love that.
I mean, they're late 60s, early 70s pop rock from 1969.
All right, Ray, that is your Great Taste Gang. You're part of the Great Taste Gang.
I am part of the Great Taste Gang.
It's your Great Taste Gang song of the day. These guys will be back tomorrow.
Yeah.
Have a great show tomorrow.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
6 a.m., lots of tickets for you to win. Train and REO. Can
Have
you feel
fun
the punk
getting
tonight?
that gumbo.
NKOTB. Bye.
Hurt in a car accident? Injured on the job? At Cantor Injury Law, we know how overwhelming it can feel. With over 100 years of combined local legal experience and over $500 million won, we fight to get you the justice you deserve.
You can count on Cantor Injury Law to stand by your side. You pay nothing out of pocket. We only win when you win.
When you're injured, count on Cantor. Cantor Injury Law, 314-628-9999, or visit CantorInjuryLaw.com.
You can count on Cantor.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.